Involving students in setting learning goals. Think of a time when you were learning something that really interested you. Maybe it was learning to cook, ski, dance, play an instrument, use a table saw, paint, play a new game, or something else. Stop and think about why it is you were so interested in that particular skill. Many people intuitively understand that it's easier to be excited about learning something you choose to learn, but there's more to it than that. Dan Pink concludes that motivation comes from an innate human desire for autonomy to make choices, mastery of skills, and a connection to a bigger purpose. When it comes to classroom learning, teachers can harness the elements of autonomy, mastery, and purpose in order to engage students at a deeper level. The process begins with ensuring students understand the learning goals that are established for them and set their own goals that align. While the general trajectory of learning goals is established for teachers and students by the standards, that doesn't mean all students in a particular grade or class are working on the same part of a standard at the same time. Even though the teacher may plan a unit of instruction with very focused topics, each student has a unique set of existing skills and needs relative to those topics. The purpose of assessment is to determine what students already know and what they're ready to learn next, so that instruction can be well aligned. Involving students in setting learning goals is not about establishing wide open, boundary-lacking experiences. It's about helping students know themselves better, so they're more engaged in the learning experiences teachers set up for them, as well as creating opportunities for self-directed learning within certain boundaries. The teacher's role in this process is about maintaining a connection to the standards when designing units of instruction. All of the assessment and instructional components should point back to those objectives in order to increase the chances of students being successful. From there, students can take some ownership by thinking about their own skills related to those objectives and set goals for their own learning. This works well when teachers provide some structures to help students focus on the accurate perceptions of their skills. At the beginning of a unit, giving students a pre-assessment, going over it with them, and then asking them to evaluate their skills and set goals is a productive routine for engaging students in this process, as opposed to only asking open-ended reflection questions about their readiness for the upcoming topics in a unit. It's also helpful to create a framework that students can use to evaluate their own skills. One example of such a framework is to teach students there are 4 levels that could describe anything they're learning. Not yet means that something is so new, you need help to get started. Getting there means you haven't mastered it yet, and you might still need some help, but you're beginning to get it. Got it means you've mastered it and could do it forward, backward, and upside down. Could teach it means you know something so well, you could help other people learn it too. While this is just an example of one framework, if students are provided some structure, they could apply it no matter what the learning goals are. No matter which level they're currently at, their goal should be to move to the next level. If they're already at the highest level, it means the teacher's job is to help determine a next step for them. The teacher also needs to help identify the progression of learning that goes with specific standards, so students can take concrete steps toward higher levels of mastery. There are a number of considerations related to involving students in setting learning goals. Even though standards will guide instructional planning, students bring diverse backgrounds to learning experiences that require teachers to adjust to meet those needs. Having students set their own learning goals gives units of instruction a sense of personalization, which sets students up to be even more engaged. Students need some structure in order for goal setting to be productive, including pre-assessments, checklists, and/or rubrics.